Meestal zal ik uw papier geven.
So let me start here.
Hallo.
Look forward to receiving you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Your Majesty. Alison Gardner from USAID. Nice to meet you.
Your Majesty, I'm Roger Goodmanson from the IMF.
Very
I
good.
had the pleasure of meeting you in Bangladesh.
Yeah, I thought so. Yes.
Good. Attached to it. Just gave it 2 seconds.
Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Kingdom of the Netherlands and also the United Nations Secretary General for Inclusive Finance recently approved Philippine Development Plan, and we know that the financial inclusion strategy is also part of this Philippine Development Plan. And finally, Sophie Certain, Chief Executive. The main objective of this panel, the idea of the exchange, is to go through your 4 priorities for the Philippines. So we try to ensure it's very timely because the Philippines is with great expectation. These are people.
But how do you find the boat ride? I mean, the weather must be insane.
Yeah, it was very hot. No, none of the jet lag. I was a little bit, a little bit dizzy, but I was fine. And it was very nice to see. And but unfortunately, I come to these visits and I don't see much of the country. I just see very little. Hello? I will just leave my things here so that I can. Sorry.
I should leave
Madam, we want you, Your Excellency, when you sit here. So here we can go.
The only man at the round table. No, well, maybe you want sort of, I can lead the discussion on that. I'm sure you have some financial health with 4 components. Number 1 is basically be able to be able to sort of the day-to-day expenses, from how do you, manage this cash flow, right? Of actually getting income in, and then you have health bills and, rent and, telephone bills, and so that's one part. Second part is a longer term, fulfilling of your dreams, or a longer term sort of, that you will be able to have a pension in the future, maybe have a house, sort of much, or even invest in that, company that you always wanted to make, or whatever dream you actually might have.
I'm learning new things every day, and I guess a guilty pleasure of mine. I love K-pop. It makes me so happy. And I think the rest of the world would agree.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I'm for sustainable growth. Guilty pleasure, just like this MR, I like spending or spoiling my kids.
And actively competing with each other to step back and share the industry forward. So in closing,
efforts of all our friends here.
And focus next to the rapid adoption of e-wallets.
I'm very happy to be here. 9 years after my first visit, like you said, for the launch of the National Financial Inclusion Strategy. And we've come a long way from that 17% of 2015 to 56%. And these are figures of 2 years ago. I'm sure they're a little bit higher now. So there's a lot of work to be done on financial inclusion, for sure, to actually get the poorest of the poor, and certainly a lot of communities that actually are still lagging behind having access to financial services. But apart from that part of work that still needs to be done, and that you've all been involved in actually in trying to get more access to a lot of communities. There's a focus on the outcome, is financial inclusion for what? And I am really sure that without having a specific focus on financial health, not specifically have financial inclusion leading to positive outcomes in people's lives. How do I define financial health? First of all, as four components. Number one is, how do you help people manage day-to-day expenditures, you know? People not only always have, you know, a monthly income and monthly expenses, you know. Try to bridge all these cash flow necessities and realities to people, I think, are very important. Number two, having long-term objective and goals. I mean, from buying a house, you know, giving something to your children, being able to have healthy lives. Number three is resilience in case of any shock, and I've heard that here in the Philippines, they're mostly health or actually climate or natural effect shocks. How do you know, make front to these? What are your tools to actually, you know, how do you have savings? Do you have emergency savings? Do you have insurance? These issues are very, very important. Wonderful to be. 17% and now 56%, 57%. So I think, and these are figures of 2 years ago. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit higher when the next index run actually next year comes out. But I'm really happy to. Mr. President, let me please, first of all, give you my heartfelt thanks for having the opportunity to visit your country for a second time. It's a very beautiful country, a very beautiful people. I had to laugh with myself. I had a very warm welcome, literally, because yesterday was really very warm. in the beautiful internal lake that you have, seeing fishermen and people, and like you said, the micro, small entrepreneurs. Really trying to you know, make money, give employment, and really develop your country. Thank you for guiding us in this very important discussion. I mean, I think that in my UN work for a special advocate for financial inclusion for development, it's my pleasure to actually bring the voice of the necessity of having a financially inclusive sector so that everybody can actually have access to financial services as a means to an end, right? To be able to improve their life and generate income, cover yourself against unforeseen risks, and that's something that, you know, at least in the Philippines, things have moved since my last visit here in 2015. 19% of the population was financially included. The last number of 2 years ago is around 56%. So I think that we can actually say that the Philippines, thanks to very good work from the BSP and reverting, or I would say, revamping regulatory thing very good. However, we still have a lot of challenges. First of all, we have a big challenge of connectivity still. We've just been speaking with the President about it. There are many, many places that there's no connection, so farmers or people in certain islands, they don't have access to any type of broadband, and when it is, the quality of the service is still not very good, and it's also very expensive.